Welcome to the DMV Boxing Network show, where we talk about topics that deal with fights and fighters in the DMV area, and also invite guests here to talk about what's coming up here within the area and beyond. It's time to start the show. Yeah, that's right, everybody. That's right. This is the pilot episode of the DMV Boxing Network show. Big thanks to be able to come up with this idea. We have all of our guys here that's starting off here with the show, ready to chop it up. Like I said, had a little bit of a plan here, to try to get the folks within the DMV to talk about boxing and we have a lot of fighters that's here in the DMV that have to be featured. So I was like, you know what, we got a number of our guys here that's been in the DMV that's been covering these events, over the years. Like, what about if we like had a show, with all of these guys, here that's been covering the sport and chopping it up to talk about what's going down in the DMV. So I'm like, yeah, man, let's make this happen. So we just come up with this thing here, the DMV Boxing Network, and now, here we are. Of course, got my guys here starting off. Of course, you got, at least to, my right, you got Brother Rashid Hammond here, DMV Boxing Legends Network and everything like that. So he's there in the building. We got my guy Light Skin Lou here that's also in the building that's representing, and we got my guy Smack Like That in the building here right now, to chop it up with us. And we're going to be having more of our panelists. I'll be able to join here, at least, within this particular show, and then future shows that, what we'll have here planned. But, wanted to get a little bit of intro, with each of the brothers that's here with us right now. I'm going to start with Brother Rashid, man. So tell the people, those that might not be familiar with you, who you are and what you repping.
I'm Rashid Hammond, a former amateur fighter from the 90s. DMV Boxing Legends podcast, the Second Wind Sports Media, DMV Legends. Our background in boxing, my background is to just bring DMV to the forefront. It's a wealth of talent that come from our area for many generations. And I know during the era of the 70s, 80s, 90s, social media wasn't present. So I thought that the guys that didn't get recognized in those time frames deserve their flowers. They should not be forgotten just because their era didn't have social media. So I made it a mission to make the unforgotten remembered.
There you go, man. There you go. He's definitely had a number of those legends here from the area be featured. As part of this podcast, as part of this show, and it's also had multiple discussions there through the Second Wind Sports Media. That kind of like deal with the sport in general as well. So I've been part of a couple of those discussions there too. All right, now we got my brother Light Skin Lou here in the building. So tell the folks that might not know about Light Skin Lou. You know what I mean?
If you don't know, you're gonna know tonight. I'm Light Skin Lou of the Live with Light Skin Lou show, and my our mission, like Rashid said, was to shed light on the DMV area. We're sports and entertainment podcast. My better half, the lovely Kiki. I know she ain't here watching. Special shout out to you. Like Rashid said, our mission is to shed light on DMV boxing and sports and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, I just interviewed Sugar Wayne Holmes, who have a fight April the 12th from Maryland Live Casino. That's our mission. Our mission is to serve these young guys, because you got to think, every young athlete, every entertainer has a story. And I feel like it's me and the lovely Kiki mission to get it out there. So that's what we do. After the day, you're going to know us. You're going to know us.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. Like I said, man, brother Light Skin Lou is, over the past, what has it been, a few days, that's been able to, feature a number of the fighters that will be on this card coming up on April 12th there at Maryland Live Casino in Hanover, Maryland. Now we got my guy Smack Like That here in the building as well here, man. Tell the folks, your background and everything like that as far as like covering the sport and beyond.
What's going on, everybody? Like you said, some people call me Tony C. Everybody else just call me Mr. Smack Like That. We do everything from like boxing and motorsports. Those are two things that keep my heart pumping besides life, period. So that's what I cover. But I'm from the DC, Maryland area. So, of course, I got to cover home. I just feel like the home, we don't get enough recognition if we not on the top cards or anything like that. And it just sucks when you can hear like people like Sean Porter, the Son of God, all of them always talk about, oh, DC and Maryland got some hitters, but we don't get the shine that we should. So, just like these other brothers, I just want to make sure everybody from, I don't care, from Florida to Cali to international, they know about DC and Maryland and Virginia fighters.
Yeah, yep, exactly. I mean, we've had a number of these fighters that have been featured on multiple cards there, at least recently, of course. I would say from like February up until March, we've had, a number of fighters that have been like featured and been part of some big events here that, kind of like impact the sport of boxing there. I mean, I even, include the thing there with Keyshawn Davis, of course, winning the WBO lightweight title there on February 14th in New York. And then, of course, what happened at the Barclays Center on March 1st. We had a number of our fighters there featured on this thing here. But, we got here, within like about 5 minutes or so, we're going to have, our first guest here, Lamont Roach Sr. is scheduled to be on to talk about that fight card coming up on April 12th there. So it was just opening up there, man. What did y'all think when y'all heard or y'all saw that this card was announced there for April 12th?
Yeah, go ahead, Rashi. You can go first.
I thought it was when I looked at the lineup, I was impressed because of some of these guys. I mean, you talking about multiple future headliners themselves. Skill, as Lou was talking about off the air, the skill set and the all of these guys in there and how their amateur backgrounds are, etc., is definitely something for future. Because I'm always thinking about what the future's looking at, like the younger fighters. What are they watching? Because I was once that younger fighter, so I understand how impactful that can be to a future world champion. And like these guys here, they looked up to many guys before them, and that's why they're in the position that they're about to be in after this. And we all know, we all bear witness to about a few weeks ago how DMV showed the world how
Yes.
tremendously talented we are. And this area is just stacked with talent. And shout out to Lamont Roach Sr. for giving a platform for these young future world champions to showcase it, because the lineup is just phenomenal, man. I was impressed when I first heard it come out. I was like, man, I was telling C's, my partner, man, we got to get there, man. This is, I say, man, you got to take off work and be ready for this one here, man. So
No, that's facts, though. That's facts.
it's fact, bro. It's like this right here is our Super Bowl for this area in terms of all of these guys meshed up like this in one arena at one. And we all know, we all been to live casino. We know the atmosphere there to go coincide with this tremendous talent is going to be like no other.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your comments on it, Light Skin Lou?
Man, when I first heard, man, I was like, man, shut the front door, man. I was like, there's no way this is about to happen, man. I was shocked because, I've been following boxing for a long time, and we would always see a card where they would have 3 or 4 future world champions on the card and mix it up here and there, mediocre here, whatever, but nothing like this. I just had to sit back and just write. I had to grab a pen and pad and write down every fighter that was going to be on this card. I was just like, damn. As it started adding up, I'm like, Ben Johnson, Frankie, Irv Fuller III, Wayne, Russell, and I'm like, oh my, Jordan White gonna be the headliner. I was shocked. I'm still in disbelief, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a great card. And if you are listening in, if you are in here and you listening, man, you better go grab your tickets, because every fighter that we pretty much interviewed for the last 2 or 3 days, last 4 or 5 days, they selling out tickets, man. They selling them out. So to answer your question, man, I was shocked, but I love it. It's a great look for the DMV area. Just look at March 1st. We had a lot of cars on there. That was just like a appetizer. This right here gonna be the main dish, man.
Right.
Yep.
So I was shocked, man.
Yeah, we had, you know, a couple of events there on March 1st, you know, not just in, you know, Brooklyn, but also in you know, Maryland Live there for that day too. So now you follow that up with this you know, coming up. That's a, you know, big thing right there. Smack, you got something on the card here? Oh, hold up.
I think his sound went out.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we can hear you
My
now.
bad. So yeah, this is typical no excuse promotions, you know, for hey, they know how to pick the fights to put the cheeks in the seats, like some of the fighters say, and that's exactly what they gonna do. Pro Box, if nobody has ever watched them on Wednesday nights, Saturday nights. I remember when I found out about them a couple years ago, I was like, they ain't missing. It be fighters that got L's and they fight like true champions. So I definitely did. When you see the hometown talent, and there's so many you got Frankie Scarborough Jr. Hey, you don't want to move when he fighting. You don't want to go get no drink, no nothing. You check your phone, the fight might be over. You get like Light Skin Lou say, you got Jordan White headlining. And I want to say something like trainer Keith Johnson told me, right, at Square Fit Pro. He was like, there's a lot of fighters in the world, right? A lot of good ones. But how many of them are great? And when I mean tell you, this card alone is going to show you the up and coming greats, because these boys, they don't come to play. And so, yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. When I saw it, I said, oh, yeah, this is, you better get your ticket or you're going to be mad. And everybody be like, oh, I want to support the city. I want to support hometown. Like Light Skin Lou said, support these fighters and buy these tickets.
That's right.
Yeah, and the thing is, like Light Skin Lou was talking about, you know, a number of the fighters there that, you know, they usually have their tickets and whatnot for them, but, you know, they said, you know, most of them things ran out. So you probably got to hit up Maryland Live Direct and see if you can get tickets for this thing here. Because, you know, like you said, I mean, you got a whole bunch of fighters there featured on this thing here. So I'm trying to see if I pull up this joint here with the card there, man. You got, you know, of course, Jordan White, their short dog, you know, going up there to face, you know, Jose Romero there in the main event. And then in the co-feature, you got Stephen Shaw there against Rafael Akpajori. And, you know, a number of fighters, like we said, are going to be there in the undercard, you know, including David Whitmire, Jordan Roach, Ben Johnson, Trayvon Marshall, and Frankie Scarborough. So definitely looking forward to, you know, all of those fighters there being featured on this thing. You feel me?
Yeah, I can't wait, man. This is going to be epic, man. Whoever responsible, well, we already know who's responsible, but it's just a great thing, man. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to April the 12th, man. One day before my birthday, y'all. Just in case y'all on the birthday, just in case y'all on the birthday giving mood. April the 13th is my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
I see everybody April 12th. I'm like, yeah, don't forget midnight.
Yeah, midnight. Yep.
The stars align with you on this one, Lou.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Yeah, man, that's a perfect birthday gift right there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely looking forward to, you know, all of this action here coming up April 12th there, man. You know, trying to, you know, get in contact with our, you know, featured guests here to see if you know, they're able to jump in to talk about this card, because I mean, he's gonna, you know, definitely have all the details here for it, because, you know, I've been talking with him, you know, over the course of the past few months, and he was like saying like, hey, you know, I got something in the works. You know, not just with, you know, what's going on with Lamont Roach Sr., but I got something in the works coming up. You know, here to, you know, feature this. And then, you know, once they had the thing, you know, a few of us were there, you know, at the public workout there for Lamont Roach Jr. And, you know, we had the conversation there with Lamont Roach Sr. He said, hey, we got it locked down April 12th. Look forward to it, April 12th. So, you know, once he said that, I was like, oh, okay. Now we know it's official. And, you know, being able to, feature a number of these fighters, not just from, the No Excuse Gym, but from multiple gyms out there in the area. That's the big thing right there.
Yeah, that's what I like. He's spreading it amongst all of the gyms because I think at the end of the day, we are all one. We're all one, man. And I think the way that they're able to spread, just from different gyms. You got Triple Threat Gym, you got Hillcrest, and you got the Russells. It's just a great thing. So I love the way that they are spreading the love.
Yep, no doubt. I mean, I had a conversation there, with one of the guys out there, out in Hillcrest. Of course, he had Coach Sierra Brown, for the WBC featherweight title there. So he's going to be coming right off of that, and then working with the fighters here like Frankie Scarborough, like Eric Hernandez and all them that be part of this card too. So, and he said like with No Excuse, like pretty much being like about a 5-minute drive, from Hillcrest, what I mean? So it's all like being in the same neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Definitely the pedigree of those gyms are advanced, especially the professional level of these guys. They're like one thing I was stating to C's, man, a couple of days ago, that these young guys don't get out of shape, man. You don't see them get tired like back in the days, man. I don't know the strength and conditioning or what it is, but these young guys are in full blast, man. And being out of shape is not one of the things that they have a issue with. So that's why it's so entertaining. It's so great to see and how entertaining they are, because they are in full blast and ready for these fights, man. And these young guys they making the DMV look like, man, we looking real spectacular right now. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. Like you said, Rashid, you always thinking about the future. The future is right amongst us, champ.
That's
and
real
we are in the catbird seat riding down the road, enjoying enjoying this moment.
Yep. Real talk, brother. That's real, man. I just, man, I got that calendar mark. I even said I'm staying up there this one here, man. I'm gonna get me a room this time. I don't feel like driving home, man.
That drive home is something serious. That drive home. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna stick around fight for that whole weekend there.
Yeah, because Rashid, we got like the same traveling distance.
We do, brother. We do. Yeah. But that's actually closer to us, you know what I'm saying? Far as like, if we was to go back to the city, it's about half and half. Just about. Yeah. About half. Yep.
Yeah, because I be coming out from the Alexandria area or something like that. So it's like going to all through 395 or 495 and go to the the BW Parkway, man.
That BW Parkway, you don't never know what you're gonna get with that.
Man,
yeah, that joint vicious.
Yeah,
but
man.
You definitely need to be sticking around, brother, because that's a hump right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely looking forward to this upcoming card. Like I was saying there with the two they're the main event in the co-feature. You got Eric Hernandez is scheduled to go up against Johnny Spell. You got Jordan Roach in there against Garrett Diegan. You got Ben Johnson going up against Juan Carlos Medina. You got Dave Whitmire on there against Luis Caraballo Ramos. They got Irvin Fuller III that's going to be on the card as well. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Holmes is light skinned Lou mentioned. They're going up against Dominique Griffin. So you definitely have a stacked card here that's going to be featured on ProBox TV. And that's the other thing too, as far as like being that it's on ProBox TV. I was talking about from last year, how Lamont Roach Sr. had two featured fight cards that were on ProBox TV, of course, with Lamont Roach Jr. Defending his WBO 130-pound title there in the summer, and then had the prospects card there that featured the Jordan Roach, Ben Johnson, Frankie Scarborough, Eric Hernandez, many others on there. So having those two events happen, and the success that it has, that like say, what I think Gary Jonas said, hey, he's been, doing very well here. So I'm really, to say, hey, if you got something else that you'll be able to come up with, then I'll be able to back you. And so that's why, we have this here. You know what I mean?
Man, that's right. And the great thing it is, champ. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes I just be wordless, man, because I'm like, dog, like just seeing all this talent all on one card. Because usually it's spread it out a little bit. But
Yeah.
this joint, what's that song? At the same damn time.
Mhm.
It don't
Mhm.
get no better than that,
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Like they say,
Yeah.
like y'all was saying about the youngins, it's like you said, they just built different. They don't get out of shape. You know how some of them, they like, I don't know if they ready for the spotlight. It just seemed like these youngins, especially from the area, they seem like they eat, breathe, and sleep. They like, you turn the big lights on, they ready for it. You know how
Yeah.
people like, oh, I don't think that fighter was ready. No, I
Yeah.
haven't seen them where they ain't ready.
Nah, you right. You
Fact.
right. If just think about all of the fighters that's on this card, we've all interviewed before. We've all had them on wax. I can't remember ever seeing one of them in between fights looking like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
Nah.
None of them.
They get blast.
They in full black. And you have some fighters, you can tell they in between fights because they
Yep.
be looking a little puffy.
Yep. Yep.
None of these fighters on this card, I challenge anybody to say anything different. All these fighters on this card, they stay ready, so they ain't got to get ready.
Facts.
Yep.
Talent and the grind both meet up at the same time.
Yep.
And he mentioned about how these guys show up for the fight, and I remember back in the days when you got your homie or somebody fighting on it, might be fighting the major, and you be like, damn, he ain't fight like that. He ain't fight like that like you do at home. Why is he fighting like that? Damn. But these youngers don't be like that. They be bringing it, man. They be bringing them titles back, man. But you be like, back in the day, somebody fight somebody major. I don't want to name no names of who's was fighting who. But you're like, damn, come on, Joe. Bring it out.
We call them neighborhood superstars. That's what we call.
that's-
I get
Yes.
exactly what
Yep.
you're talking about. Oh, you look good around the way, but when you go to the big boy, you go to the big,
Exactly.
you fold
Yeah.
like a tent.
Hold up, man.
Yeah.
Fold up.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think a lot of these young fighters kind of like see that is that they don't necessarily want to have that be them.
Exactly.
And we talk about all this talent that's in the area. A lot of these fighters have pretty much like grew up pretty much around each other there from the amateurs, Golden Gloves, and all that type of stuff there. So they seem like how competitive it's been. Since they've been like amateurs, now turning over to the pros. Now you see all of them doing their thing and being very successful up to this particular point. What was it? You were saying something, Lou?
No, I was having a little technical difficulty. I was trying to straighten my thing. No, I'm good.
Gotcha. Yeah, still working on the thing there with want to see I'm gonna see if I might have to see if I hit them up or something. But like we were talking about there with a lot of the local fighters that are featured, like you got guys on there that's been national champions, like multiple national championships
Exactly.
on here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
12 national championships, 10 national
Exactly.
championships, all that type of stuff. You'll hear that'll be featured on this particular card. So that's the thing here that I'm looking forward to is like seeing them being able to show themselves and things like that, and then adding on to what's coming up here with, like I said, with the main event with Jordan White. They're in the super featherweight division. Like he's pretty much like ranked there at super featherweight, so he's like climbing up there to try to eventually get a shot at the world title.
Yeah, because you got to think, y'all, and it's not comparing neither one of them to each other. Jordan White and Lamont Roach Sr. You got to understand, they all in the same neighborhood, like far as DMV area. He's watching what's going on, and not in a negative way, but in a competitive way. Say, you know what?
Yep.
This man I think he won. If I thought Lamont Roach Sr. won the fight, but that's a story for another day. He's watching what's going on. That's what fighters do, Rashid. You can attest to that. You as a fighter, you competitive. You're not hating. You're just saying, you know what? He just did that. Watch this.
Right. Being aware.
Watch this. You know what I'm saying? In a competitive
way.
Yes, and I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to propel him to do what he needs to do April the 12th, and so he can put himself in the world title position. I love it, man.
And you know, the beautiful thing about it is, even though it's competitive, look, opportunities are being presented with nobody's what is the word they use for it when they say that they blackballing? It's a new term they call it now. Gaslight, not gaslighting, it's something else. But no one is blocking the other person from being seen as successful.
Oh yeah.
You know, so the culture, this new culture is brilliant. I love it, man, because it's showing a different side of the area in which I'm not used to over the years and how people operate. You know what I'm saying? These guys are showing each other love. They're putting other people on in positions, and that's even including with the tank fight that happened with Lamont Roach. How he was putting on so many of the local guys,
Yes,
and giving them an opportunity. Now, Lamont Roach Sr. is doing the same thing on this side, giving everyone an opportunity, which is so great for this area and what's going on in boxing in this area. And when I was talking to the source, man, when I was explaining to the brother, I was like, listen, we come together as media outlets and we take advantage of the fact that these young men are so talented that we're going to have to keep up the pace with them and stay united and keep up the pace with them so we can be it's already been proven that we are the best boxing region in the country.
Yeah.
I said now we got to be the best media region in the country, which we are. We are now.
Yeah, we do a great job, man.
Bro. Nobody's messing with all of us.
No.
As a whole, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking on numbers. Numbers, I'm talking about quality. I'm speaking on quality. Quality wise, we the content that we present as a whole, all of us.
Yeah,
I watch you guys shows and the content's on another level. Nobody's in no other region is on that level. And informatively, you guys know more about the sport than most people, most other media outlets in the country.
Yeah.
Different with a casual fan than a person who actually love the sport of boxing. It's definitely
right, big difference.
Yeah,
big
and when you love it, you receive it a little better. So when I first came on, we was backstage. You see how excited I was coming on. You can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fresh off an interview with Dwayne Sugar Wayne Holmes like 5 minutes ago. So I'm still feeling his energy that I'm gonna put to the platform that we're doing now, man. You can't make that up. You can't.
That's real. That's real, brother. Cause I was like, I said, damn, Lou been on this joint. Me been rocking and rolling, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, when I was on my way to here, cause I had to go get the code, cause you know what I'm saying, from my Instagram. I say, Lou look like he live right now. So I say, damn, Lou not playing around, man. Today on this one, man. Yeah, he been rocking and rolling.
Yeah, we ain't playing, man. Me and the lovely Kiki, man. We are locked in with the boxing world, man. Like I said, boxing is in my family. So
shout out to Kiki too, man. Definitely,
yeah,
definitely shout out to Kiki for sure.
Yeah, because guess what? I always tell y'all, man, she do everything, man. I just show up and look pretty, man. That's all I do. I just show up and look pretty. She keeps my schedule. She keeps everything she's scheduled to get. She does everything, man. All I do is show up, hit the button, right here, right there, boom, right there, boom.
That's what's up.
Here I am, Joe.
That's great, man. That's great, man.
Right. All right. So now, of course, like I said, we're talking about this card, and now, the man of the hour is pretty much in the building, man. Of course, big thanks for him. He's been really representing here in the DMV area. Of course, he heads No Excuse Boxing Gym and No Excuse Promotions. That's right. It's our guy here, brother Lamont Roach Sr. in the building.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
What's up, everyone? What's up? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Very thankful for you to join here on the, like I said, this is the pilot episode of the DMV Boxing Network, man. I mean, we want to, feature all of the, the fights, the fighters, the promoters, all of that here in the DMV area, man. Because it's like, hey, as we were mentioning, hey, we got all this talent it's time to like let the world know, you know, the talent that they got. You know what I'm saying? And here on April 12th, you got a number of these featured fighters here that's going to be ready to shine out there at the Maryland Live Casino there, man. So talk about it there for a little bit, real quick.
Man, yeah, it's facts. It got so much talent in the area, man, and it's a pleasure for me to display some of it right now on the shows that I'm doing, man. I'm looking forward to continuing that. But April 12th it starts. April 12th starts back up, I would say, because we done a few. But April 12th is gonna be fireworks, man. Starting with headlining by DMV's Jordan White. You know, he's contender status, trying to keep that contender status so he can get up there in the rankings where he can challenge for a world title. So I know he's hungry and eager to put on a spectacular performance that night, and I think he will. But other local guys on the card, with the likes of Frankie Scarborough, who just signed with Pro Box, making his Pro Box debut. The kid is very action packed, brings a big crowd. Scarborough Nation is definitely been in the building. And he fought some guys, man. Frankie don't turn down nothing but his collar, man, over there in Hillcrest, man. Him and Nesto, world, I'm gonna say world championship. Coach Nesto had his second world champion out of Hillcrest Gym, so shout out to him. Good brother right there, man, doing big things over there. But Scarborough, you got David Whitmire from Triple Threat Andrew Council's stable. You got Dwayne Holmes, another undefeated fighter out of Andrew Council stable. On the card, we had Trey. Trey's not gonna be on the card. You know, nursing a little minor injury. But we looking to replace him with like possibly with another top prospect, not from here, but on Eddie Reynoso stable. So we working on that. But continue with the DMV. We got No Excuse on Lamont Roach's little brother, my son, youngest son, Jordan Roach, the Iceman in the building. You know, the Iceman looking to go 4-0. His fights, you already know. Get your popcorn ready because he
Yes,
brings.
indeed.
Yeah, he's mean in it. So, and then you got the his stable mate, Benjamin Johnson, man. You know, so Big Ben with that 12-time national champion and national gold, that he been total package fighter right there. Got it inside outside the ring. So Ben got 3-0, 3 first round knockouts. He looking to keep that streak alive. So then we go to Shaquille Daly, another fighter from the area, man.
Yes.
Slick Southpaw kid, you know what I'm saying? Just looking for opportunity, like you said, that y'all talking about, to showcase his skills, you know. I think he'd be fighting it, going down to 22 division. You know, he was at 26. But I think he's gonna get back and fight at 22. Just go around this run, make a good run at 122 pound, and it starts on April 12th for him. So then we got Larry Riccio, man. Riccio, the Cuban assassin, man. The Cuban assassin was one of the top amateurs in the area, man. You know,
Yes.
it's funny, ironic. Him and Lamont, when Lamont started, you know, Larry was kind of like they was in the gym fit to fight, was in the fit to fight together on the Bernard, and Larry was the man. Larry and Darius Moat. Lamont came up under them when he was a kid. So, but Larry just getting back. He had one fight in 10 years. He had to getting himself together, getting back on track. 8-0, looking to go 9-0, make a name for himself. Continue to make a bigger name for himself. So it's just stacked, man. You know what I'm saying? It's stacked, man. Maryland Live gonna be off the hook. Everybody better get their tickets, man. It's gonna be one to watch and one to be at.
Hey, we were saying before you
And
got
hold on, I got two more now. Irvin Fuller, man. We got Irvin Fuller, man. Another undefeated partner. We got the third. You know, he's a bad man too. You know, out of Hillcrest Boxing Gym, and you got Irk Hernandez out of Virginia, man.
That's right.
I guess hey, this card is loaded, man. I don't know what we can do, man. You know, and we got more talent that's not on the card. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully I get them in there. You know, that's my goal, man. To try to get everybody some shine, man, and showcase their skills.
Word for sure. I mean, before you got on here, we was talking about all of the local fighters that are on the card, and you know the thing is with the tickets, like a number of these fighters, you know, some of us have talked with them, and they said, hey, we done sold all our tickets. We done sold all the tickets. So yeah, you're gonna have to hit up No Excuse, Team No Excuse, or hit up Maryland Live and get those tickets because they gonna be going really fast on this thing.
Yeah. Hit us up. You want to save on the fees, hit me up, DM No Excuse, but go online, they price reasonably. Um get out there, support this event. Pro boxing No Excuse, man. We gonna continue this, man, momentum, man, and we gonna bring the best fights in the area.
That's right. And hey, what's that word they say? There's a new sheriff in town, but you ain't hear me say it. But you ain't hear me say it.
Hey, Lou. I ain't saying that you saying it, but I'm gonna say, but I'll say that somebody else was saying it. But I ain't gonna bring it. I ain't gonna say no exact names, but I'm gonna say somebody else is saying it too. But hey, that we definitely got this big thing going on here at the Maryland Live, and we talked about a number of these fighters that are featured on there, kind of like showcasing all the fights and fighters there in the DMV area. So it's definitely going to be a great thing here come April 12th.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be this just the start, man. We started with that world title fight. We brought a world title fight back to the area. World championship with my son Lamont Jr. We followed it up with a prospect show. Now we following up with a contender series. With give fighters in the contender series chance to up their way up to championship level. And a Rising Star series as well. So, the Rising Star, you're gonna watch these fighters grow right before your eyes. And it's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Shout out to, as we mentioned there, shout out to Kiki in the building.
Yeah. I tell you, man, whenever there's boxing going on, she is right there. Man, I tell you, she love boxing more than me, man. Sometimes I think she probably sleep with boxing gloves on, man. She love the sport, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, she's definitely there everywhere. It don't matter. They're in the area. Like we was up there about the Barclays Center. Of course they were light skinned Lou and everything like that. So yeah, she's definitely there. To catch all the action there. You know what I mean? Now you were talking about it like as far as like building up. The No Excuse promotions there from last year's. A lot of us were there in attendance at the time. They called it the Entertainment and Sports Arena there for Lamont Roach Jr.'s defense there. And then, like you said, with the prospect show there at Rosecroft Raceway. So, that kind of like, follow that up as far as like having that interest, there from pro boxing saying, hey, you know what, it got something going on here in the DMV area. So let's continue to showcase them as well.
Yeah. They're my partners, man. We locked in. So it's like I said, we just getting started, man. They on the move, man. Pro Box is one of the few, boxing TV platforms that's active, keeping fighters active, man. They was in they was in, you look every 2 weeks they had another show. Now they took the show on the road. So they Philly April 5th, and then they come into DC April 12th. They just left California, and before that they was in San Antonio.
Yeah,
So,
you was there in San Antonio with your fighter there too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you had what, March 8th, March 22nd. They got this thing here. What is it, 2300? There April 5th and then April 12th. So I mean, it's like definitely a lot of action there, through Pro Box TV there, man. One of y'all, you got like a few things, a few questions out here for Mr. Senior.
Man, you already know I got questions. I got questions for here to the end of time. But you already know. Coach, first of all, Coach, thank you for taking the time, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, man, enjoying this pilot show. We truly appreciate it. I just interviewed Eric Hernandez, Frankie the Franchise, Urban Fuller III, and Ben Johnson, and I just interviewed Sugar Wayne Holmes probably 30 minutes ago. And each fighter that I interviewed, they just got this level of excitement because they know this is their chance to show the rest of the world that I'm that guy. So how does that feel to have these fighters just anticipating this fight April the 12th?
It feels good, man, to see that they are excited, man, and they are step closer to fulfilling their dreams, man. You know, it's fulfilling on my end, you know, and that's the reason why one of the reasons why I'm doing it, you know, and because I do believe in the area. I'm always been a hometown supporter, and I'm gonna continue to do that. And right now, I'm in good position to make these opportunities for some of these fighters. So, and I'm gonna give back. And that's my way of giving back, and in the same process putting on great events and great shows and it's no know what it's gonna lead to. You know what I'm saying? Like the last Prospect show, Frankie got signed. So, you know, this show, I'm expecting some more people to get signed. So it's just great. It's just great for boxing, great for this area.
Yes, indeedy.
You know, Lamont, I was just, as you mentioned that about how you a home team brother, man. I literally came up from Brooklyn, was unexpectedly to come up, man. This brother had a major fight of the world to worry about, but he still found a way to you know how people normally do when they doing some major stuff. Man, I can't talk to nobody. This brother still texting me like we home, man, and got me in there and everything. So, you know, that shows his character. And I was explaining that to my wife. Was like, man, you know, coming from this area, I'm not used to something. This brother's a different dude, man. This brother the real deal. Because he could have said, man, I ain't got time to be worrying about, you know, we got to weigh in and worry about a world title, the fight of the life. But he still said, that's a homie. This homie getting through.
Getting in.
And I'm like, listen, I'm riding with this dude till the wheels fall off from here on out.
Yeah.
Because stuff like that is not, you know, we known for in this area for the opposite of that. So, you know, brother, I just want to give my hats off to you just for that alone. Plus, this tremendous card that you put together at such a, you know, I've been to that live about 10 times and saw fights. And with that talent added to that atmosphere, they coming back. They're gonna come back many times because I already know the blend of the talent go alongside with the venue. This thing gonna be history in the making right here.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'm hoping for, man. And I always got time for my peoples, man. Like you was out there, you made the trip. You know, I was gonna make it my one of my missions to make sure you get in, man. Just like I told you, man. So you know, always got time and make time for you guys, man. Because y'all support us back home, and it'll go unnoticed on my end as well. So I appreciate y'all.
And we appreciate you, brother, for sure, man.
Coach, got a question for you. So I remember when Lamont was doing the press conference for against Figueroa, and someone had asked him, "Hey, you seen any setbacks since you've gone independent with your promo?" He said, "Nah, I ain't seen none. I seen y'all staying busy." So, what type of advice would you give another fighter that might be coming out of a contract and thinking about going independent? They see everything that y'all done since getting out of the Golden Boy contract.
You know, each case different. You know, our case, you know, that was the best move for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an example that it can be done if I can give them some motivation or drive to follow us a way that I done it, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? I could assist them any way possible. I'm willing to do that as well. But everybody case different, you know what I'm saying? Some people need to get with a promoter and go that route. But in cases like mine, and other people that need it in that, I say go for it, man. Bet on yourself, man. If that's the path for you, don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? You got to take with no risk and no reward. So this, if you believe in what you got, uh, put that pedal to the metal and drive and go for it.
Word. Yeah, and you were talking about the thing there with Sheed as far as like, you know, what was going down over there in Brooklyn, you know, during that weekend. And you know, I had that conversation with you also, you know, during that weekend in reference to all that, because you know that was, you know, once they had made that announcement for that particular event, you know, a number of us here in the area was like, okay, you know, this is the event for us, you know what I mean? So definitely wanted to, you know, have it to where a number of our people would be out there. But, you know, once it got closer and closer and closer, I was like, you know what? I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something happening here. and I kind of like seen the pattern. I seen what was going down, and I wasn't surprised about it at the time. I really didn't, kind of like say what I would say. I'm like, okay, I see what they're going with it, but still at the same time, it's like you got all of these people that are here in the area that have been waiting for this type of event to be out there to showcase and to promote here, from the area, and not to like have that many people there that's covered the sport, that's been there in these multiple events, that's been Rosecroft Raceway, the DC Armory, entertainment and sports arenas, such and such. That was kind of the thing that kind of stood out to me there for that fight week. But yeah, that was just something there that like you kind of pointed out there during fight week that says like, yeah, you know what, you standing up for the folks here in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to PBC. It was like, look, hey, it's a lot of people from the area, and y'all need to make sure they get in, get the proper credentials that they need. They've been covering these kids since they was some of them since they was youth, and
Yeah.
all up, what I'm saying, and they bring it back home, So I know the big guys and the big boys got to be there too, but you got to make room for the guys, the local guys. Podcast. I said, how you expect them to get big if they're not given the opportunity to prove
Right.
themselves? So everybody must start it off like them. They just need the opportunity. Y'all gotta let them in. That was one of my conversations I had with them.
For sure. Yeah, just working on the thing here as far as like the card is concerned, because I got another one of the fighters that'll be part of the card that's about to be jumping on here in a moment. So I'm seeing here if one of y'all have a question, because I got something here where we're gonna be talking about your history there as far as like being in the sport and stuff like that. So if any of y'all got a question here?
Yeah, Lamont, I wanted to know, man, how is it, man, after coming off such a major performance, man? I know one thing, you definitely, brother, deserve coach of the year. That strategy, that game plan was magnificent, man. How you guys executed and stayed focused. But the question is, how does it feel coming off of that high victory? Or I'm gonna say victory because I believe he won the fight. How does that feel coming off of that high victory and back home, about to showcase some of the greatest talent on one card in one place? So how does it feel coming back home, and how does it feel being a coming off of that victory this past March?
It felt good, but it was bittersweet because, like you said, we know we won that fight, and you know, it was bitter because we didn't get the right call, the right decision. Even without the controversy, I thought we deserved that. So the controversy just would put us way over the top if it was rightfully called like it should have. But it felt good, because my son got to prove that he showcased his skills in front of the world, and everybody got to see his true talent. He just needed the right dance partner. We knew he was confident, and he tried to tell people the whole time. It was no facade about that. He was real what he was saying, and he was out to prove he was on a mission. And to see him execute it, we put a good game plan together, and to see him execute that game plan, man, it was just it feels so good for him, because he getting the flowers that he deserved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real happy about that, and I'm happy about coming home and then continue, man. Just continue boxing, continue building my fighters in my stable, and helping out the local cats in the area as well, man. I'm excited about April 12th, and I'm looking forward to many more events like that. But it feel good, to finally get your just due.
Yeah, that's right, Coach. I'm gonna piggyback off of Rashid. Doing the build up of the fight, I was there at Howard University. I interviewed Lamont at his press conference, not the press conference, the workout, the media day. And I remember interviewing him right after the fight. Dude, this was like 3:30 in the morning, Coach. Everybody was excited watching Lamont Roach Sr. walk up the steps, and everybody up there cheering. And the new, even though he didn't get it on paper, it's in here. And when I interviewed Lamont, I said, is there any last words you want to say to the people? Look right here in the camera. and this is classic. I don't care how many interviews I ever do. This right here is going to rate. He said, man, y'all got me fucked up. When he said that, I go back and look at the interview. I ain't got to make this up. Hey, coach, I was frozen. I was frozen in place. I was just like, oh, okay. I said, look, I told him, look at the camera. I said, look at the camera. He said, whatever side you was on, stay there. When you hear your son say something like that, was it rewarding for you? Because like you said, the build up, people was just not giving Lamont Roach Jr. a chance. So was that fulfilling for you?
Very fulfilling, man. You know, because he earned it the hard way. He ain't skipped steps, man. He was a world champion, man. And it's one thing to have your opinion, which people could have it. If you thought, you know, the Tank was gonna win a fight, that's cool. But the amount of disrespect that they kept saying, man, it just was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we knew we was gonna show him. And make no means about it, man. Lamont, he was pissed about that draw, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to calm him down in the back, you know what I'm saying? Because he know what he done in there. But he got it together, held his composure, and then realized, you know, he couldn't control what was around the ring. He did his part in the ring, and he know where he's staying at now. But it felt good, man, because he said it. He said, "I'm gonna tell y'all right at the end." You can see on that one Amazon special. He said, "That's why." He said, I don't give a fuck about what y'all think, and I'm gonna spoil everything y'all think gonna happen March 1st. He pointed to the camp. I'm gonna spoil it.
I saw Lou's interview when he said it classic DC too, the way he said
it. Y'all got me fucked up.
He said it classic DC, man.
We gonna go back here with the card coming up on April 12th because I got another great guest here to jump on with us. He is going to be part of this fight card that will be April 12th at the Maryland Live Casino. There, he'll be facing Brandon Benitez there on it. It is our guy, brother William Foster III here in the building. What's going on? What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up, champ?
What's going on,
Hey,
champ?
What's up, man?
Yeah, what's happening, man? So yeah, we get ready for this card, man. April 12th. You want it on here with Brandon against Brandon Benitez, man. So I know you are getting back in the mix. You had your fight here last November there against Jason Velez. So now you're getting right back in the ring.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Just wanted to show my talents on April 12th. Try to have fun in there and keep it good.
Word. You know what I'm saying? So you got this thing here, like I was talking about with the Jason Velez fight that you had. You were pretty much like getting back in the mix. Then got the win there on that, and getting to the point where you're going to be competing in that particular division there around lightweight or super featherweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good opportunity. Jason was a good fighter. I understood how to. After a while, you start to understand your opponent as the rounds go on and stuff, and I understood how he was placing his punches and where his head was and stuff. So I capitalized off of it, and I got the W.
Word. And seeing here, you're part of this here. There's no excuse promotion card here on ProBox TV. Of course, my guy Lamont Roach Sr. here promoting it there. So how much you looking forward to be part of this event?
Oh, very, very excited. I saw your son's fight on March 1st. That shit was crazy. I loved it. That shit was hot. I was looking at this shit and said, "Ooh, that's crazy." But that was hot. I'd give him mad props for that. That shit was. It made people make him think like, Tank is like this, Tank is like that. He made him look like he was like he had his number. Like I was like, wow, that's what's up. I'm proud of him. That was nice.
Appreciate it, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the card, man. Contender series, man. Just keep driving, man, and get back on that championship caliber. This could lead to big and better things for you. So thank you for being on the card.
Oh, thank you for having me, man.
Yep.
Word. Now, like you coming from New Haven, Connecticut, or whatnot, man. The thing is, like being around there in the New England area, not a lot of fighters, kind of like come from there. We know about like Demetrius Andrade and a few others, that be coming from that area. So, like, what is it to like have that, be part of you once you step in the ring?
Like the New England community knows a lot about me and stuff because I've been all over fighting tournaments and stuff when I was amateur and stuff. And anytime that we need sparring around there, they're more than welcome to having me and stuff. So yeah, it's been real nice and stuff. I'm all around Mass, New York, Philly, all over. So it's like everybody knows me and stuff, and I know them, and they'll just welcome me with open arms for good work and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing about getting work. There that you might have to travel out there to like New York or like you said, Philadelphia or someplace there in the Northeast. Because if you can't get it like from where you're at, then yeah, you gotta have to travel out. Because I've been like, what is it by around like Hartford or something like that? Maybe they have a few things at Hartford, but outside of that, you might have to go a little bit to kind of like get some good work.
Yeah. I had to go to what's it called? Rhode Island at Big Six Gym for some sparring and stuff over there. They have some good guys over there. Uh, Constantly active guys. Went to uh Stanford for some good work for what's his name? Marquise. I forgot. He's fighting week before us and stuff, and he's on your show. So I'm like, he should be doing good over there. So we got work together and stuff. So it was real good. Marquise Williams.
Or is it McQueen? I think or
Marquise,
McCombo.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
call him Mike. So I
yeah.
just
Word for sure. So, Lou, you had a question here for William Foster, I think.
Yeah, how you doing, Wham, man? This light skinned Lou right here, man. How you doing, champ?
doing good, bro. I'm light skinned too, so nice.
Yeah, it's easier on the screen,
Yeah,
champ. I can see you.
yeah.
How's training camp going? And also, I wanted to ask, what will winning this fight on a this is an epic card contender series by Pro Box TV and No Excuse Boxing Promotion. What would it do for you? This victory?
Yeah, well, I'm fighting for a belt, like a nice title, so that'll be real good. It's another rank belt, so that'll be very, very good for my career and stuff. And the guy is he's a good opponent. Like he's not no scrub. He's been out there. He's not afraid to fight, and that's just fun to me. So I love that. So yeah, I can't wait for April 12th. That should be real fun for me.
Training camp. How's training camp
Oh,
looking?
training camp. They've been they've been killing me, but I'm keep on going. They doing little smart things and stuff, working on head movement, feet work, all the little things, the little stuff to make it give me an edge in the fight and stuff. So we're just taking it one thing at a time. Weight is good. Um, yeah, just waiting for April 12th.
Word, no doubt. I mean that's part of of course, the Pro Box TV presentation. There you're gonna have No Excuse Promotions. It's presented by No Excuse Promotions and Bet Online. There, as you're gonna have William Foster III here going up against Brandon Benitez as part of this fight card. That'll be at the Live Casino Hotel in Hanover, Maryland. That's pretty much my whole commercial type voice.
Hey, you gotta push it, and I got my room already for all y'all on here. I already got my room. I don't know if I'm putting pressure on y'all or not, but I already got my room. So we got our room.
You gotta remind everybody it's his birthday the next day too.
I'm doing the same thing, Lou. I'm sticking around, man. I'm not going home back and forth and all that. Not this time, Joe. This joint too stacked, man. The card too stacked to be riding back and forth. We got to sit still on this one here, brother.
That's right. So, William, I'm have you know that my birthday is April the 13th.
Happy birthday!
So thank you, man.
For you.
That's all I ask, Chad. That's all I ask right there, man.
I'll win it for you. Just for your birthday.
Hey, William, I got a question for you. This is a smack like that. Got a question for you. Piggyback off of what Light Skin Lou was talking about. You just put more pressure on him, telling him it's your birthday. So now you got to win so you don't ruin your birthday. But is there added pressure because you'll be fighting closer to home? And then, like you were saying earlier, you was giving the flowers to Lamont Sr. and how Lamont Jr. did against Tank, does that make you have to perform in your mind like, I really got to show out because these dudes did their thing on a big scale, and now that you on one of these type of cards, you feel you got to do the same, or is that just how you always are?
No, I don't feel pressure. Like I love to fight. So the the my purpose of fighting is to be the best. So you have to make sure that you can't make no flaws or no mistakes or no excuses, like you guys said.
No
Like
excuse.
that's how it is. There's no excuse. This is how it is. This is fighting, do or die. That's how it is,
Yeah.
always and forever. You learn this when you was a child, and as you grow up, it's part of who you are. So yeah, I'll win it for you for your birthday and stuff to make it sound good, but I'm winning it for me mostly. So I
Hey,
don't
don't lie to
like
him.
that's how it is. Like I want to be the most dominant person ever. So it is what it is. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm doing it for his birthday and stuff. But I'm doing this for me. This boxing game is very selfish, and this is what what I am. And this is the only selfish thing I could do, like in my life. Other than that, I'm a husband, I'm a son, I'm a brother. So this one little thing for fighting, that's on me. I could be myself. So yeah, it is what
Absolutely.
it
What's
is.
up? What's up?
Word. Yo,
Speaking of Connecticut, we had Tremaine Williams up in camp with us, man.
Oh,
So
Wow.
we had Mitchell up with us, man. He helped us out up there.
Word.
that's
Yeah.
my guy.
And shout out to my guys here in the chat, including Big Dre here from JBT Boxing Network. Says thanks to Lamont Sr. for reaching out to him at the tree. I think it was you met up with him out there in New York City. There it says you're so glad and proud to be one of the few who made sure to keep the name Lamont Roach Sr. on these YouTube channels before and after the fight. Yeah, Dre was out there for that workout too. Before the fight as well. So, he was able to chop it up with y'all there on that, man. Shout out to brother Clarence McClain, No Duck Zone in the building. A guy L Dub Boxing in the building. Brother Thomas Hill also in the building, that man. So, definitely getting some love here for the live chat and everything like that. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, support the channels here that are currently featured here. Because we're gonna have more of these shows here through the DMV Boxing Network and everything like that that'll feature a number of the media folks here, media outlets here within the area. So, like I said, you can follow all of them. You got Smack Like That, you got my boy Rasheed Hammond, you got brother Light Skin Lou there in the building as well too. So definitely y'all show support for them on that. We had like one question here real quick for Lamont Sr. Like you said, they wanted to get a bit of your background on how you got into the sport and coaching there for your sons real quick.
Well, my cousin Bernard Boogaloo Roach, all Army champ, started a gym. He was fit to fight, and when his partners and them they did a little split up. He told me, hey man, we're gonna start our own gym, and that was like in 2007. Um, and we called it No Excuse, and he showed me the game. He told me everything. And we started working together. We said we're gonna build champions, save lives through the sport of boxing. And in the process, we're gonna build champions. And he said it's gonna be me and you. It's gonna be a family affair. And I know he was looking down the other night, smiling at us, man, because um, he was a great man, man. He gave anybody the shirt off his back, and he was in. And I wish he was here to witness what was going on, but he was with us in spirit, and we started this thing together, man. And I'm just keeping it going. So shout out to him up in heaven. I love him to death. So that's how I got into it. He brought me into it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna see if I can cue up the see if I can cue up a photo here real quick, because this was from the out there at the gym there, No Excuse here. Let me see if I got it here real quick, man. There's a thing, yeah, because you talk about Boogaloo there, Bernard Roach and all that. So this is like they're at the No Excuse gym. This
Yeah. That's a
joint
great
there
picture, man.
Indeed.
workout and everything like that. So that's what you got there, man. Shout out to brother Thomas Hill out there. It says, yeah, no excuse. I like that. Keep building there, senior. And of course, therefore, my guy there, William Foster, We got brother David Dubinsky in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. It says a big thanks to No Excuse and Pro Box there, featuring William Foster here on this card coming up April 12th at the live casino there in Hanover, Maryland. So yeah, with you, William. I mean, like I said, you got this fight coming up here against Brandon Benitez. Getting back in the mix. There, you've been competing there at the super featherweight division. So just seeing here, like here with this particular plan, like where do you feel like your direction is? Is it going to be like around that 130, or are you seeing if you could delve within that 135-pound division in the near future?
Yeah, I want to get my first little title at 130, and then I'll move up to 135 once I get that. I just want to get the because I started at 130, so I really want to I guess I'm just stubborn, but my mind is like, yo, I want to
Yeah.
get the title at 130, then move my way up to 135 and see what goes on over there, get a title up there, and then I don't know. I'm kind of small for 140, but I'll do like a couple fights over there. But
Mhm.
other than that, I'll just stay in that area.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Hey, but one thing though, you gotta get back with Erickson Garcia though. Like I think you definitely gotta get back with that. You know what I'm
That was a
saying?
bad day. That was a bad night. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It is what it is. It's boxing. Like I said, no excuses. It is what it is. Keep
Yeah,
on, keep on moving, keep moving forward. But if he keeps doing what he's doing and stuff with me again.
word for sure, for sure. So, and you got something there for him, Rasheed?
Um, do you notice any weaknesses in your opponent that you're facing this upcoming 12 on the 12th? Do you notice any weaknesses that you can exploit on your opponent this upcoming fight?
Yes. Yeah, I seen some some
Okay.
weaknesses
I
that I
don't
can
I
exploit.
don't want you to
I ain't
reveal
gonna
them. I
say, I
just
ain't gonna
want
say
to
because he might be listening. I don't want him to
I don't want you
think
to
Right, right,
anything
reveal
right.
them. I
yet.
just
You
wanted
know
to know
what
that you
I'm saying?
noticed any.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I see some I see some
Yeah, yeah.
things that I can exploit, definitely. But everything, that's what boxing is. Like you putting your style against another person's style to see what you
Yes,
can see
yes.
and stuff. Just like all the greats and stuff before, they thought that they were unbeatable and stuff, and then somebody came along, understood the style, and then they totally changed the whole fight and how they think and stuff. And boxing is so much fun. I can't even describe it. It's just
Right.
hilarious.
Anything you have been correcting yourself that this fight coming up?
Oh,
Anything?
the whole training camp was just me correcting a little things that I do from habit. But we've been like just constantly just doing constant drills and stuff to fix all the little tweaks that I have to fix. And yeah, we're almost done. It was about to be done right on time too. So on April 12th, I'll be showing it.
word for sure, for sure. Like I said, part of the no excuse card coming there at the Live Casino Resort in Hanover, Maryland. There, with Lamont Roach Sr. Of course, we were mentioning there a couple of your guys there from the gym is going to be on it. There, of course, with your son there, Jordan Roach and Ben Johnson. There amongst all of those. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that there because with Ben Johnson, hey, even with our last conversation that we had there before his latest bout there at the Pro Box event center there in Plant City, Florida. I said like, hey, I know you ain't going out there to really spend that much time, and that's been what it is. It's been first round knockouts, ever since he stepped in the ring there, and now he's going up against a Juan Carlos Medina there in another 6 rounder for part of this too. So looks like he's looking to do the same thing for that fight.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Just the opponent, man. Big gonna go out there and he, like you said, he gonna try to get him out there quick as he can, man. So he ain't getting paid for overtime. I know that's what everybody's saying, but been living up to it right now. That kid is amazing.
Mhm.
He ain't even reached nowhere near his potential yet. So it's gonna get scary for him, later down the line.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We got my guy there, David Dubinsky there with the thing with William Foster said there the skeletons are gone. The real William Foster is back and here to stay. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely
That's what I
had
like to hear, man. For
yeah,
real.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we were talking about it there with Eric Hernandez and David Whitmire on there, Larry Riccio, on this card, William Foster, of course, featured on this card there, Stephen Shaw there in the co-feature bout in the heavyweight division. Hey, we're gonna have heavyweights in there for those that love heavyweights, and of course there with the main event with short dog Jordan White there against Jose Bautista Romero. So it's definitely a stacked card, man. So you got to get there early. You know what I'm saying? Get there, man, early there at the Maryland Live Casino and everything like that. I know they got a good amount of parking spots out there, but still, you want to get there early. You feel me?
That's what all the fighters we've interviewed the last 4 or 5 days. They say, man, y'all better get there early. They all in their own way, coach. Because I interviewed like 5 of them in the last probably 5 or 6 days. And,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I added a little extra sugar on it, but that's what I do, as the media. I added a little extra sugar. I said, man, Frankie, I told Herb, I said, man, Frankie said he gonna steal the show. I said, what you prepared to do? And each one of these guys had their own story. Like, man, look, I'm taking it. And that's what I like. You can be competitive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my guy William just said, boxing is a selfish sport. You supposed to be selfish. Yep. And I think when they're selfish, we win. We as fans, we win. So, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. I don't know what y'all doing. If y'all in here, man, y'all better go get y'all tickets, man. Pro Box TV, Maryland Live Casino, there's a new shirt. But let me keep that quiet. It's going down, man. Y'all need to get y'all tickets, man.
Yeah, y'all go on, y'all look it up on IG, Team No Excuse, or just look up Team No Excuse. You'll be able to, get the tickets there, for this particular event. And like I said, it's gonna be shown live on Pro Box TV. Like I said, shout out to Gary Jonas there, of course, being involved there with Lamont Roach Sr. and everything like that, because he's been definitely doing the thing here when it comes to the sport of boxing. Not just, with what we got here with No Excuse, but, elsewhere, as we were mentioning, we had shows in San Antonio, San Bernardino, other locations there in California. Of course, you got the Pro Box event center there in Plant City, Florida, not that far from my hometown there, Tampa. So, we've definitely been doing this thing there with Pro Box, you know what I mean? And, we also, it's part of that thing there with Boxing Scene too. So we got Boxing Scene there as well, as far as like that website. But, that's not like, it ain't quite like, the boxingsource.net. Yeah, I had to plug that. but they still, do their thing there over at Boxing Scene.
Yeah, they doing their thing, man. Shout out to Gary, man, and his whole team. That's my guy.
Yep, no doubt, man. So, like I said, get tickets there for this event. Very big event here. Like I said, William Foster, going up there against Brandon Benitez there, as part of this card. Like I said, headlined by Jordan White there versus Jose Romero, and Stephen Shaw there versus Rafael Apriori. Eric Hernandez being on the card, as mentioned, Jordan Roach and Ben Johnson being on the card, Wayne Holmes Jr. on the card, Irvin Fuller III, David Whitmire, Larry Riccio, and of course, we got Frankie Scarborough Jr. that's going to be scheduled to be on the card too. So it's going to be a lot. Like I said, get there early because all of these fighters that are featured on the card, you definitely want to see. You feel me? So that's the thing there with that,
Yeah, man, get there. Gonna be a great night, man. Gonna be a great night.
Yo, how many bouts is gonna be?
11 bouts.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. All right.
11.
But see, the thing is, it's not 11, just 11 fights. It's 11 great potential fights. Right. All these guys, the skillful, the amateur background, just everything. And I'm just so excited. Y'all know me. I'm a Bama. I'm a DC Bama. I already got my outfit already ready. Y'all know how I roll, man. You already know. I got that joint right there in the closet. I'm already ready to go, man. Coach, thank you for doing this, man.
Yeah,
this is beautiful, man.
No problem, man. Appreciate y'all support, man. We're gonna continue this train, man. It's gonna be full steam ahead, man.
Coach, so what do you do with when kids because that's where it starts with, the kids. The area, especially the city, they see Lamont just went against Tank and did that. Like, what do you do for those who want to get into boxing and be like, yo, I want coach to train me? Like, is there a certain process you be like, all right, I gotta watch this person for a minute, then be like, okay, maybe they got something.
Nah, I don't. I take them all, man. They sign up, they come to the gym. You know, they just DM me. Put them in touch with one of the coaches, and it's a simple process. But you know, I don't have to watch them. You know, I could build one. I could.
Hey,
I could turn them to something different anyway. So you know, and it's and it ain't always about how good it is in boxing. You know, what I'm saying this sport save lives. So people coming to my gym for different reasons as well. And a lot of them ain't gonna be professional boxers. They're gonna go on and to get jobs, go to college, and military and things like that. And those are world champions to me as well. So, bring them on, man. Bring them
you
on.
know
I hope it motivates them.
the other boxing trainer that said that y'all both got two things in common.
Who that?
Y'all both world champion trainers. Coach Ernesto and you. That lets you know something.
Yep.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. That's my guy, Nesto, man. Good brother, man. So
Yeah.
happy for him and Tia Brown went bringing that championship back.
Mhm.
So but Nesto been grinding, man. Nesto puts that work in, and happy for him and his team.
Yeah, you definitely, gave you a shout out there when I was talking with them on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like he had that long trip there out to Australia and just getting back and getting adjusted and everything like that. So he's definitely kind of like being on a high there with winning that WBC featherweight title there with Tierra Brown over Scott Nicholson there. Just real quick, man. I got my guy David. He says like there that William Foster is going to be competing for the WBA Continental North America's title. Should be there against Brandon Benitez. So that's definitely there where you're going to be put in position in at least the WBA rankings there for that particular division.
Yeah.
That's a good look, David, man. Good luck with that, man. I'll definitely be there checking you out, champ. Good luck, man. Good luck,
Thank
April
you.
12th.
Thank you so much, man.
Yep, because we go like you said, you get put in position there to compete there within that particular division, build yourself up there before moving up to like the 135s and the 140s out there in that particular division there. But there you're there at the 130-pound division there at like 5'10". That's usually like a fairly tall person there for that weight class.
And I'm pretty big. Yeah. No, but there's been some tall people that I had a fight. There was Donald Smith that was 6 foot. I was like, how the hell did you get down here, dog? And he was like, and we fought. Like I beat him and stuff, but I was like, damn, like I thought I was gonna be the tallest one in this bitch, but whatever. It is what it is. You fight everybody, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yep, that's the thing there, man. So that like you said, you pretty much are getting into the joint there where you're rising up in the ranks there within the World Boxing Association. I think they had you at number 13. They might have like an update there for the WBA rankings coming soon, but right now they got you at number 13, so you're able to like climb up the ranks there within that particular sanctioning body here with this fight against Brandon Benitez and stuff like that.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Word. And what I got this thing here. I think I got my guy. I might have to do like a quick non-commercial break right here because I know I had this thing kind of queued up, right? Because we talk about all the stuff that happens here in the DMV area and things like that. Of course, you got this big upcoming card here, April 12th. But that isn't just all here as far as like professional boxing is concerned. You also have like amateur boxing also that's coming up in the area. So I'm gonna see it here if I can cue this up. This is gonna be like for a minute or something like that. Let me see if we can run this here real quick.
Attention fight fans in the DMV. It's live, it's local, it's amateur boxing. Saturday, May the 3rd at Catholic University's Heritage Hall, 620 Michigan Avenue Northeast, Washington, D.C. Come out and support the next generation of fighters as some of the DMV's best amateurs take on their counterparts from Cincinnati, Ohio. Baby Girl Productions, in association with Boxing Not Bullets, presents a night of amateur boxing and karaoke, Saturday, May the 3rd at Heritage Hall, 620 Michigan Avenue Northeast in Washington, D.C. Tickets are now on sale and just $30, available at eventbritedc.com. That's eventbritedc.com. Search Knockout Champs, or you can use the QR code on your screen.
So yeah, that's actually a guy there, Dre, there with the commercial. Of course, he has that your commercial voice and whatnot. So
Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
yeah,
He used to do that Foreman Mills, dude. $9.99.
yeah. But yeah, we got that also coming up there. To support the amateur boxers here within the DMV area coming up. On May. So we got that also here for the people in the area to support. So it's not just the pro boxers, but you also have the amateur circuit that's going on as well, because that's a lot of the fighters that are be featured on this card on April 12th have been those standouts there as an amateur and everything like that. So you definitely gotta support them while they're just starting off young, and then once they start off as a pros, that you already have the background of them there. You know what I mean? So that's what they got there for that fight card there, May 3rd. Coming up for boxing, not bullets, as Big Dre would say there for that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
They said that they got karaoke too.
yeah, karaoke. Yeah, that was the thing that I was like, wait a minute. So you mean you're gonna have boxing and karaoke on
How
this?
that's gonna work out?
I don't know what.
Different emotions. They gonna figure it out. A lot of different emotions.
That shit dope. I was like, ooh, karaoke too.
Nah, I get out there and do something. That's what I do. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me, but I just thought it was kind of odd, though.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of odd there. I mean, I don't know if I would be up there, man. I might, come out with like DMX or something. You know what I mean? Stop.
Hey, look, I grabbed that mic, coach. We was in Cancun last year. Lovely Kiki, and she didn't even know it was coming. I told her I signed up for it and everything. Man, I got on that stage, man. I came out with that Tupac, what was it? California Love. Everybody was looking like, where did he come from? Hey, coach, I jumped off the stage, was going in the crowd and everything, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, like I said, the Rough Riders Volume 1 or something on the wheel. Snitches wanna try.
And he'd do it too. He definitely would do it.
Yeah, I would do it. You know what I'm saying?
I heard a mention with it was Cincinnati coming to town too for that fight.
Yeah, it'll be DMV area versus Cincinnati.
That's gonna be not man. I remember them Cincinnati dudes, man. We used to have to battle them jokers back in the days, man. So I think that's gonna be now. I might have to make that myself just to see them head to head, go at each other, not in the tournament, but something like that. Well, I'm gonna have to attend that for sure, man, because I want to see.
They got a nice stable out there in Cincinnati. Nice young nucleus coming from out of there.
Okay. So they still got it. Oh yeah, I gotta definitely check that out, because they used to give us hell back in the days, man. Carter Williams and all those guys, they was vicious.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? The one went to the Olympics multiple times. Yeah.
Rashid Warren.
Yeah. Man, vicious too. Yeah.
He was the definite standout there from that area and everything like that. We got, of course, a guy David here said DKO takeover there, with William Foster and everything like that. And yeah, like I said, with the voiceover, that is Big J there, with the voiceover. It says available for the next event and things like that there. All right, so what we got, your brother Light Skin Lou says that he's about to check in. Actually, we are pretty much like close to the close of the show here on this end for this particular episode, man. Before I have closing comments here. Hey, you got the Topic TV here at DMV United. Hey, Topic, man. Like
that's
you
right.
You're supposed to be a part of this pilot episode too. So hey, next time we have one, man, you got to be on here.
You got to pull up, man.
Yeah, you gotta be able to pull up, man. Hold on a second. I think maybe Foster. I'm not sure if he said he's about to, well, if he can't hear me or something like that. I don't know. I might have to come off and come back on or something like that, because he said he wasn't able to hear us or something like that. All y'all can hear me though, right?
Yeah, we
I
can
hear
hear
you
you.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. So yeah, man. Think hey, shout out to my guy, man. There, Ron, man. Ron is out there, Fighter IQ there, of course, fight hype and everything like that. He's based in the area right now. He said, hey, he's gonna see if he can pull up to that joint there April 12th. You know what I'm saying? I know there too. So that's
miss out if he don't.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm gonna see if your brother William could is able to join, able to hear us or whatnot. I think you got this thing. Let me see something. Oh, okay, so yeah, see if you're able to unmute or something like that there, William. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's able to hear us or something like that. Yeah, got like a little bit of a technical difficulty, so I might have to see if he could go back on. I might see if I could text him or something on that front, just real fast. You feel me? So I'm gonna just go like around the panel there. Got their closing joints here real quick. So I'm gonna go with Brother Rashid first, and then I'm gonna go to Smack, and then Light Skin Lou here on this.
Oh man, it was an honor to be on here, and what motivated this to come about is that stack card that was the fight card that was with Lamont Roach and Javante Tank Davis. We was like, we need to unite and bring boxing as a unit to the forefront, so we can keep up with them, because they, after seeing what we saw on on March 1st, we said as media outlets, we have to keep up the pace and provide in unity the same quality as they're fighting now. So, and be united. You know how throughout the country, it's always said that DC is not united. So I'm like, in this case, we must stay united. So when we travel as a group, like where if Lamont fight again, we becoming six deep as a media source, saying, look, we the best media source in the country as collectively. So you can't deny us in the future, you know. And fortunately, we had someone like Lamar to vouch for us, but that might not be the case in the future with other guys who might not be thinking about or care about us getting in the arenas. They're focused on their fighters only. So as we build together, you can't they can't deny a DMV outlet, because this is a strong market. You know, just like this is a strong music market, it's be a strong media market. So that's the point, and I truly appreciate that we all came together and showed that we all can grow off each other and build with each other as one. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you for inviting me on here too, brother.
Oh no, see, the thing is that this idea pretty much like came from Brother Rashid, because the thing is like he said, you know what, we got a number of these media outlets on here. We got this great boxing area on here. Like, what would it be to like kind of come up with a group of media members to talk about boxing in the area, talk about the fighters, the fights in the area, and things like that. So I'm like, yeah, man, like, yeah, let's see if we can do that. So I just went to work. I was like brainstorming and everything like that. I said, hey, I know all of these folks that's right here. Just hit them up, one by one, see if y'all was down for it. And they was like, cool. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then see if I come up with a name. I just said, you know what, DMV Boxing Network. Okay, boom. Yeah. And then just went on the whole thing with the AI, and they said, hey, come up with a logo for this thing. And so that's the thing right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that too creative, but on that type of stuff there with all that. So I just hit the AI up for that. So that's the thing, is just getting the groups together, like I said, young brothers, young sisters out there that could be covering the sport here in the area, and say, hey, you know what, we got this right here where you have these conversations here, like I said, here with Lamont Roach Sr, with William Foster III here for this pilot episode, and just building off of that there. So that's kind of like how it came up. there. All right, next you got Smack here in the building, man. What you got?
I think Brother Rashid said a lot that I don't have to repeat or whatever, but definitely shout out to Boxing Source and Rashid for coming up with this. Definitely been a fan of them and Light Skin Lou and Coach. You being a man of color and being there for your sons and staying in their life and getting them to do something positive and showing that you can do more than just like you said, you can go to your boxing gym, be more. You might not be world champ, but you could be the best at something else. And you and Coach Nesto doing things like that, I salute y'all for that. I'm from the area, so to see dudes in the area and stay in the area and give back to the area, even after being on some of the biggest stages of their career so far, and still, staying humble in the way y'all move, the way y'all been doing these interviews all over ever since March 1st, and y'all still seem like the same individuals that still got the hunger and still fighters at the end of the day. I definitely salute y'all. William Foster, good luck to you. Can't wait to see what you do April 12th. I definitely will be there. But like I said, I'm just loving the DMV, and shout out to Pro Box TV and No Excuse. I tell people the reason why I like boxing, I like racing and boxing. Racing is such a long season, and boxing, no matter what, there's always somebody fighting.
Yeah.
So No Excuse and Pro Box, they've been putting on fights back to back to back to back. So if y'all not familiar with No Excuse and how their fight cards go, trust me, you don't want to miss April 12th at Maryland Live at the Hall. Be there. Get your tickets. I don't care who you got hit up. Hit up somebody and get you a ticket.
That's what's up.
Sure.
That's what's up. Thank you.
For sure. You got Light Skin Lou here in the building, man. What you got for us?
Man, first of all, I want to thank everybody in here on the panel. Coach, William, Rashid, Boxer Source, my guy, Smack. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for inviting me today. When you first, put it out there that you was going to do it, I thought it was a great idea. And I think it's going to continue to grow. Like you said, this is the pilot show, and it's a great thing. DMV boxing is back, man. For years and years and years, I've been involved with boxing, and I always felt like we don't get our proper due. But guess what? We're no longer asking. We're taking that shit.
Hello.
We're taking that shit. We're taking that shit because guess what? It ain't just happened with March 1st. It's a build-up. When you take something, you take over something, it don't happen overnight. Lamont Roach Sr. has been building this shit one by one by one by one by one. And we're here. We're here. March 1st has happened. Prospect card happened. Now we got the contender card. April the 12th. Man, that shit don't get no better than this. Hey, Coach, when I first came in, we was backstage. Man, I came in throwing punches. I was, I'm hyped, man, because it's nothing like being front and center when something special happens. It happens from the beginning. It moves medium, and then now we're here, and we are part of it. So, man, gentlemen, thank you for taking this time to. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. Thank you for taking this time, man. We could have been anywhere in the world, but we right here talking about DMV boxing. So if you ain't here, it's not personal. We just taking our shit. We're taking our shit back. That's all it is. It's not personal. So if you ain't got your tickets, like my man said, you better go get it. You better find out who is, because these the fighters, the tickets are selling out. Every fighter who I've had on the show, they say they selling out. So I don't want you to be in the window shop and looking in the glass, and we ain't there watching world-class fighters duke it out. April the 12th. Go get your tickets, man. Pro Box TV. No Excuse Boxing. With my camera, let me make sure I get the right camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Go get your tickets. If you don't, shame on you. Thank you, gentlemen. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
So I'm gonna have our brother William Foster here to talk about his upcoming fight there. Like I said, it's gonna be for the WBA Continental Americas title here, going up against Brandon Benitez. So like I said, as always, big thanks for joining on here. Like I said, with the DMV Boxing Network. So what you got here before we sign out?
Yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be real fun. You're gonna see me do what I do best. I hurt people, and it should be a real fun night. I can't wait to see the other cards and other people fighting and stuff. I think I'm gonna take over the show, but I can't wait to see what everybody else does. It's gonna be fun.
There it is. Like I said, William Foster III gonna be part of this big card here, April 12th, and of course, the man, Mr. Team No Excuse, Lamont Roach Sr. What you got for the people?
Hey man, I want to say, I salute you brothers for getting together, put this whole thing together, working together, man, for this DMV Boxing Network, man. It's awesome, man. This pilot show was special. I'm proud to be part of the first ones, and thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for putting it together, man. Salute you all. Thanks, Win, for being on the show. Talk about your fight, man. Much success to you, man. Regional title on the line. Do your thing, man. Keep climbing, man. Keep being great. And keep climbing them charts. Like I said, the 12th is going down, April the 12th, man. Don't miss this card, man. It's loaded with talent, loaded with the local DMV boxers, man. They coming to put on a show. They trying to steal a show from each other. So each one gonna try to one up the other one. So it's going to be a great night with some great fighters, man. So if you don't got your tickets, get them now. And we got a special surprise for you. The champ, Lamont Roach Jr. will be in the building, and whoever at that show will have a chance to win 2 tickets to his next fight. So get your tickets now. Get a chance to see the champ. Belt the ass coming again. So you better get there. Be front row. All right. And like Skin Lou told you what Lamont said already on the show.
Yeah, I want to say it again.
You said in the show with that.
I want
In
to
the show
say.
with
I want to say it again.
Say it
because
again.
I was still frozen. Man, y'all got me fucked up.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
man.
go. Like, I mean, big thanks, of course, there, Lamont Roach Sr., William Foster III, there, of course, light skin, loose smack like that. Their brother Rasheed Hammond for being part of this pilot episode of the DMV Boxing Network show. Like I said, I mean, this is something, that, didn't really take that long to, kind of like put together. It's just about, executing it. And, here the first show is just great. You know what I mean? So big thanks for every one of y'all to, be part of it. Thanks for everyone that's, on the live, that's pretty much been on the chat there. Like I said, Ron, Fighter IQ, the topic there, Big Dre, of course, like I said, Big Dre from JBT Boxing Network. You know what I mean? So you got him, of course, manager there, David Dubinsky, was able to be on here, brother. Clarence McLean, Thomas Hill, L Dub has been part of it. There, big thanks for y'all listening live, and to be able to share this particular stream here, because like I said, I mean, this is just the beginning here with the DMV Boxing Network. But like I said, I mean, this is something for the DMV, as Laskin Lou said. I mean, this is the time for the DMV to talk their shit. You feel me? So that's what this is all about. But just culminating here, like I said, you got this. I'm going to see if I could, do this like Hill Big Dre. All right, here we go. So we got this coming up April 12th at the Live Casino Hotel in Hanover, Maryland. Pro Box TV, presented by No Excuse Promotions and Bet Online, has this card here coming up, and you're going to have there on the main event, Jordan White there that will be fighting there against Jose Romero, with Stephen Shaw against Rafael Acquajori in the co-feature, and featuring William Foster III against Brandon Benitez. You're going to have Eric Hernandez versus Johnny Spell, Jordan Roach versus Garen Diegan, Dwayne Holmes Jr. versus Dominic Griffin, Benjamin Johnson versus Juan Carlos Medina, Irvin Fuller versus Roberto Cisneros, Derek Whitmire versus Luis Ramos, and Larry Richo versus Frank Brown. Get your tickets through No Excuse Promotions. There you go. All right, I did it. How about
That's pretty good.
He did that.
Good stuff, baby.
But
That's pretty good, man.
we're gonna see if we can get one more show here before that No Excuse Promotions card there on April 12th. And y'all be sure to follow all of these folks' YouTube channels. Like you said, we've had a number of the fighters that are featured on the card there on their channels, and we'll continue to do so here leading up to the fight card on April 12th. So y'all look forward to all of that. And we're going to have much more in reference to that card and more here from the DMV area through the DMV Boxing Network.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I think we can squeeze one more in, man. I got one more in me.
Just let me know I'm there.
Yes, indeed.
No, Dre, no, Dre. I'm not. No, I cannot compete. How many times I gotta say this to you? I am not competing here with you, Dre. All right, like I said, I'm just doing my best to promote the card coming up here on April 12th. But big thanks for everyone that's been able to take part here for this pilot episode of the DMV Boxing Network. And hey, we'll catch y'all later for the next one. Hey, y'all be sure to just follow us on social media, and you'll be able to get updates on when the next DMV Boxing Network show will take place. Until next time, folks, we'll check y'all later. Peace out.
Good luck, Wham. See you April 12th, champ.
Like that.
See
All
ya.
right.